Morning, Ken. I believe it's actually afternoon at Kenya. How are you doing?
Doing very well indeed. Maybe we can give the rest of the attendees maybe a couple more minutes just to get on board.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I can see a couple of people logging in, so maybe just another 2 minutes or so, and we'll wait for them. Morning, Nicholas. How are you doing? How's the day in France?
Sorry, I'm mute. It's pretty good. The weather is good, but it's 5 degrees Celsius. It's a little bit cold.
I'm not in at this stage, so that's good. And I see we've got Indy as well. Hi, Inga.
Hi, Rodney. Hi, guys. Hi, Ken. Hi, Neil. Hi, Nicola. How's the weather in the Cape? Close to Europe.
No, weather in Cape is actually good. The last time, actually, coincidentally, myself and Inga was in Kenya. I believe it was about just over 2 years ago. It was raining for 7 consecutive days. So I'm not sure if we brought the rain or was it just coincidental.
Yeah, it could be. It's also the last country we traveled to before we had COVID lockdown.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, geez, what a challenge.
I always tell you, Rodney, it only rains in Nairobi when you come around. So it's pretty hot and dry right now, so you may have to reconsider a trip here again soon.
It's too fast to come. All right, that sounds good. It sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. I think, Ken, I don't think we should delay anymore. We've got people and we need to not take anybody's time for granted. So I think let's jump onto it and let's start off. Inga, I believe you're going to be sharing the slides.
Yes, I will share the slides.
Okay. So good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for making time to be on this webinar. It's actually the first webinar that's been launched by Jabra in East Africa and Kenya in particular. And I believe it's going to be very beneficial, not just in terms of understanding our team, but also getting a better comprehension of our whole product portfolio and all other incentives that we have for our customers and esteemed partners such as yourselves. So also just to introduce myself again, I'm Ken Chokwe. I'm the Business Development Manager handling Jabra business in East Africa and through our official distributor Headset Solutions. So without taking more of your time, let the rest of the team introduce themselves in more detail. We can start with you, Nicholas.
Yeah, hello everyone. Very happy to be here. Thanks for inviting me. So I'm Nicolas Bliot, based in Paris, France, and I'm managing the new region we have created from the 1st of January, covering Eastern Europe, Russia and CIS, and Middle East, Turkey and Africa. Very exciting to be here.
Okay, great. Thank you, Nicola. My name is Inga Magwenchu. I'm the Territory Sales Manager for Jabra, and I'm essentially looking after what we call the Southeastern Central region, based out of South Africa in Johannesburg.
Thank you, Inga. I'm Rodney Waring. I'm the International Sales Manager for Headset Solutions, who is the official distributor for Jabra in Kenya. Very excited, very fortunate to actually have this portfolio and to have this region under us. Very excited to actually start penetrating and then obviously to be talking about what we've got and what benefits we can actually have from our side from a Jabra perspective. I think just to run through the agenda quickly from my side, we'll do we've already done the intros. Nicholas, you're going to covering the Jabra company overview. Inga will just do a quick product overview, and then I'll just touch on the distribution setup, how we currently do it, and how we actually going to keep on doing it, and where we can support you from our side. And then we'll have a quick question and answer session. The webinar is recorded and will be available on our website after this webinar. So if you need any of your colleagues to have a look, to revert back or anything like that, you can always go and just access it there. But without any further delay, let's start off with exciting stuff. Nicholas, over to you.
Super, thanks, René. Very glad again to be here. So what we'd like to do is to present very quickly a brief overview on the group and the company. So we are today talking about GN. So GN, for you to know, it's the the mother company. It's Great Nordics. It's with a strong history, more than 152 years ago now. This group have been created by a founder, ex-banker, who created the first telegraphic between China and Scandinavia. And the group transformed itself through the different decades. We are today based in Denmark. The headquarters is based in Denmark. We are probably more than 6,000 people across the globe. We are acting locally, but we are a global company, which is good. And I think we are present now in more than 100 countries. We have different research centers across the globe. And you will see, again, our statement is to create some intelligent audio and video solutions now that let you hear more, see more, and do more, and to be more. So you have here on this slide some different milestones. Obviously, you can see here the main innovation we've brought into the market. So, for example, for you to know that we have created in 1991 the first ultra noise cancelling microphone. You can see that Resound and Jabra have been two brands would have been acquired by the group in 1919 and 2000. And then the last, I would say the last key dates, it's probably the two launch we have made in 2020 with the Evolve 2 range and the Elite 85T. It's very close now between the professional enterprise and the consumer. You will see the convergence between these two segments. And the last one is obviously in 2021, we have launched two great products, flagship, the Panacast 50 and the Panacast 20. You will see probably later. Just maybe a brief overview on the group. And I think it's really interesting for you to know that we have here a unique positioning on the market. Half of the business is on the left-hand side is Resound, distributed through different brands. You can see here, Resound, Belton, Interton, or DG. It's hearing instruments, hearing aids, medical aids, and that represents 50% of the business. The other half of the business is made by Jabra, distributed by Jabra, the brand. 85% is enterprise. So the professional grade you can see here with now headset and video solutions. And the 15%, the rest is consumer. Through wireless, we can distribute in the different countries. The last one in the middle, you can see here, it's a new brand, which is called Falcon. It's mainly for the military forces, just to help and to protect the soldier during the wars or different things like that. It's a very expertise, very innovative solutions. I just wanted to mention that. Probably the last one is missing here. You have probably heard about that. It's the Steel Series company we have acquired a few weeks ago now. And it's allow us to diversify a bit our positioning on the market. So again, just before handing over to Inga, our top priorities for now, it's obviously to expand our footprint with headset solution. And thanks again for headset solutions for allowing us to be here with you, to expand our footprint in the key areas, the key countries. And Kenya is one of our area, one country where we like to invest much more than before. Three main key pillars, I would say. The collaboration with the video space, it's now part of our strategy, and we like to become, in the next 3 years, one of the key leaders in these segments. And the two other segments, the two other priority we like to focus is the office domains, what we call, this is the knowledge workers. Mainly in the big companies, we can see, and you will see the last product we have launched. And the last one is the contact center pillars, where you will see more and more our headset is probably embedded with more software. So we are now shifting from a hardware company to more a software company that provide more expertise, more value into the market. So that's what I wanted to cover with you, and I hand over to you, Inga, for the rest. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you, Nicholas, for that amazing company overview. I hope that gives everyone on the call a bit of an idea of what Jabra is, who we are, where we come from, and what we're all about. So now getting on to the exciting stuff, I'm going to take you through the intelligent audio solutions that Jabra has to offer. So if we look at the world we live in today, we have different scenarios when it comes to the workspace. I mean, when we think many years ago, we were predominantly just working in an office, right? So everybody pretty much walked into an office, and you either have, I mean, back in the day, everybody had their own closed offices, and we've kind of migrated from that. We've gone to hot desking, to, you know, flexible ways of working. And of course, today with the COVID scenario, we've also, moved a lot into the home working environment. So the whole point of that slide is to just, give you the different environments. As you can see there, we have professionals on the go, which are all the mobile workers. Sometimes people are working out while they're at gym, data centers, reception contact centers, and so forth. So what we're essentially saying here is that a Jabra has a solution or a device for each user, despite of the environment that you are working in. So over the next few slides, let's unpack those different work scenarios and environments and what devices we have for you. So starting off with the call-centric user, we have the Engage series. So the Engage series is basically a device that can be used in the call center kind of space. And we have different devices here where we have corded solutions as well as cordless solutions. So depending on your, your requirements as a company and obviously budgets, we can offer you, as I said, from your corded to your cordless devices, and we offer different features where the Engage series is concerned. So these, of course, when we look at a call-centric user space, these are people who are, predominantly talking for a living, right? And this is how their service delivery is measured. And it's very important that they have a good audio, because I think if I just make an example, if you are calling a call center, for an example, for your insurance, or maybe you are calling the likes of Safaricom because you subscribed with them and you have an issue, you call a call center agent, and I think we all have the experience where we could hear the background noise of the call center agent, and I think we can all agree that it gets very destructive. So some of the things we've done with the Engage series is to ensure that we have a very good noise cancellation, so that the person on the other end of the call does not hear all the background noise that the contact center agent is physically in. So it means that we're obviously improving the audio quality, we're improving the experience of the customer as they talk to the contact center agent, and obviously we improve the satisfaction, the customer satisfaction, because now when your audio is clear, you're obviously hearing the agent more. You don't have to revert to them, asking them for questions, or please repeat what you've said. So we eliminate a lot of that. And obviously, as I said, we have the cordless option as well, which is good for the ergonomics. I mean, people can move around, stretch, be able to go to the printer, grab a piece of paper, or grab a cup of coffee. It just allows for people to work in a very normal kind of human nature. Okay. And then looking at the task base. So when we look at task base, we're looking at an environment that I think most of us on this call are used to. So this is all the people that would be working in an office environment, and you can be predominantly in your open plan offices, for an example. And this is where our Evolve series, then plays in. So again, with the Evolve series, we have features and benefits like noise cancellation is obviously very key. As you can imagine, if you're in an open plan office, you do need that noise cancellation, because if you're sitting in a cubicle next to Neil and he's very loud, he's got a very loud, deep voice, and if he starts getting on a call, then the person I'm on the phone with could hear him. So we obviously then within the office space also have the noise cancellation to kind of prohibit these kinds of scenarios. We have a nice feature called the Busy Light, which is across all the headsets, where essentially, if you're on a call, on a meeting, and you can also manually activate this, yourself, that the headset, you can probably see from my headset there, should be there. It goes red around the ear cup, and then this basically gives a signal that do not disturb or I'm busy. And of course, again, we have the option for cordless, corded devices, where if you want the corded options, you can have that, and if you wanted the cordless options, you have those, that as well. And again, it makes it easier for moving around a bit. We also offer different wearing styles, as you can see on the picture there. We have the guy wearing one of our neck bands. So I know with some of the guys, or even, of course, the ladies, they have nice spiky hairstyles. If you see Nicola, he's got a nice bit of a spiky hairstyle. So maybe he wouldn't like to put the overhead like the one I have. Maybe he'd prefer something that would sit on his neck and would just tuck in his ear like the guy over there. So the hairstyle is not messed up. So those are kind of the solutions we have. And then still on the task base, we do offer our Speak series. So these are actually, I think we call them the hotcakes of the company. So if you want kind of like an instant conferencing solution, this can be paired with either your laptop or your mobile phone via USB or via Bluetooth with your mobile device, and you instantly have a conferencing facility wherever you are and whenever you choose. So of course, with the speaker, we don't have noise cancellation on there, but then this is really meant to be used in huddle room spaces. So if you are one or two people engaging in a conference meeting, you can just, log one person on a computer and then, have the speaker on the table, and you are both interacting and engaging in that conference call.
Inga, if you don't mind, if you may, I would just like to barge in here quickly. So what we've done here is for everybody's information as well, and the market, terminology is that we've got a contact center headsets, what Inga was pointing out firstly, then the unified communication headsets, which is what people are using now in Teams, Zoom environments, Cisco, Jabra, all of that, and then we've got the speaker phones. We will not, unfortunately, because of not time restraints, we'll be going into details of what are the different. Every single one of those segments got about 10 to 15, even 20 options available that we can look at. We will do an in-depth training on the specific devices in each one of the segments on a different call. So keep an eye out for those invites in the future, please. At this stage, what we're going to do is we're going to show you we are here. This is what's available. So you can start actually having and engaging with us to start focusing on these products. Sorry, my apologies for barging.
No worries, Rodney. That was actually quite a relevant comment. So just to reinforce what Rodney has said. So absolutely, guys, I mean, if we have to go into each product and the benefits, the features, we'd be on a webinar for 4 hours. So this is just to give you a glimpse of what we have to offer and what is available to you. So as Rodney said, over the next couple of months, we would be launching webinars where we will be tackling each different, user space headset. And of course, if you have any urgent needs, if maybe you want to set meetings with your own customers for specific, like maybe if you want task-based, call-centric, mobile users and so forth, you're absolutely welcome to reach out to Ken and we can have that set up for you. Other than that, we're just keeping it a bit brief today. Okay, so now going into the intelligent video solution. So over the past 2 to 3 years, Jabra has launched the first video conferencing device. And as we have seen over, then a few more years after, we have then expanded on this portfolio. So I'm just going to share briefly again what we have in terms of that and, show you some exciting stuff. So the Jabra video conferencing portfolio is called a Panacast. So this is essentially what you see on the slide there. So on the picture, starting with the bottom right, we have the original Panacast, or we call it the Panacast Classic, that we've launched about 3 years ago, like I said. And then on the left there, we have the Panacast 20, which is actually officially launching in a week in South Africa, and will replicate that into the rest of the the region. And just an FYI, that is the one that I'm actually currently on. So if you are seeing me crystal clear, that's great, because I'm actually on the Panacast 20 as I'm doing this webinar. And then we then have, the giant, the mother of the video conferencing solutions, which is the Panacast 50 sound bar. So just very briefly on these devices, starting from the right, we have our Panacast. So the Panacast Classic is designed to work in the huddle room space. So if you're looking at a room of let's say 3 to 5 people at the most, you can have this device. And as you can see there on the picture, you can have you can have it mounted directly onto your laptop, just on top of your screen there, or you can actually have the table mount, as you can see demonstrated on there. And we do always bundle this up with one of our speakers, so either the Speak 710 or the 750, just for that enhanced audio. And then we have the Panacast 20, which, like I said, is the one that I'm currently using. And this is really your personal device, but with all the great Jabra features and functionality that allow you in your small personal space to, to have that professional quality camera and video conferencing solution. And then for the Panacast 50 there on the left, this is the sound bar that we are using for small to medium size office spaces. So if you're looking at about a room that is about 4.5 meters times 4.5 meters, you're looking at that, and we can essentially say maybe about 15 people in a room. We've actually, when we launched this in South Africa, Rodney, you can add on to this. When we launched the Panacast 50 in South Africa, we actually did this in an open environment where it was actually at a vineyard, and I can tell you that it actually outperformed. So we kind of stretched, its capabilities there, and it performed quite well.
I think from a video perspective, just to mention quickly as well, is that this Panacast 50 will cater for around about 80% of video requirements currently in the market. Everybody has scaled down to smaller meeting rooms, and everybody wants to actually USB-based video calling. A person wants to walk into a meeting room with his laptop. He knows his laptop. He knows how to set it up. He's got all his meetings in his calendar. He wants to plug a USB cable in, and he wants to start his video conference. This is the simplicity that people are looking forward and this is actually what it caters for. I will be sending one of these units, but probably to Kent in the next couple of weeks or month, and for people to start demoing and to start actually getting experience of what the capabilities on those are as well. But I think, Ingela, you are going to touch quickly over those as well.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Rodney. So just giving you a glimpse of what the the features of each of those look like. So starting with the Panacast 20, we have a 90-degree field of view. We have intelligent zoom, which essentially automatically moves around, depending how many people are in the room and just on your own movement. So I can't see the video because I'm presenting, but it should, because it's activated. But as I move, it should actually zoom me in and out. And then we also have a picture-in-picture feature, which is also nice, especially for the education sector, because you find that if someone is presenting, and then you can actually have the speaker showing right at the bottom of the screen, and that gives you a very interactive, natural human way of talking. We are again bundling this up with the Jabra Evolve headsets. So like the one that I have on, or if you don't want a headset, you can then make use of the speakers as well. From a security and safety perspective, the device has a chipset, and it does have an integrated privacy lens cover. So, which is actually quite great, because sometimes you may find yourself off guard being on video when you're not intending to be on video. But with this Panacast 20, it does actually have a cover that you can physically, open and close. Okay, and then from it, in terms of flexibility, it's a pretty small device, as you can see there on the picture. It's literally probably the size of your index finger. It's plug and play, through a USB cable, and then it is certified for Teams, and of course we can use it on Zoom, as you can see, and then it does work with largely all of the other leading UC platforms. And then moving on to our Panacast Classic, again, we have the intelligent zoom, but what we have here that is slightly different is that we now have the 180-degree field of view, which is really great, because then this enables you to see all the people that are in the room, and it doesn't actually, cut off some people. So again, giving you that very natural human interactive and engagement scenario. So again, paired with either an Evolve headset or one of the Jabra speakers. We are SOC2 certified in terms of this, and then again, as you can see there, it's a pretty small device. I tell you, it's much smaller than your mobile device, your cell phone. It's ultra light. It's portable. Again, plug and play device that can be connected via a USB cable, and again, this is compatible with all leading platforms that we are using today. Lastly, our Panacast 50. So again, intelligent zoom, 180-degree field of view. But what's nice here is that we have a dual video streaming. We have an embedded whiteboard camera, which is actually fantastic. So again, whether you are in a corporate meeting or in an educational environment, it's actually nice to have that whiteboard camera because you can actually incorporate whatever is on the whiteboard into your Teams meeting or into your Zoom's meeting. From an audio perspective, we've really, our engineers have, outdone themselves here. So we have 8 beamforming microphones. We have 4 speakers that are in that sound bar, and it's a full duplex sound as well. So in terms of safety and security, what we've done here is we have something that, we have safety insights and room alerts. So just to make an example, with the COVID scenario, for an example, if we have to have a room that has a capacity of maybe, let's say, 12 people, and you now have 15 people in the room, with the Panacast 50, it can actually start giving you alerts to say, listen, you are now over capacity, or you are reaching, the desired capacity for this room, and it just helps to keep those security features and like I said, especially with the COVID situation, social distancing and all of that. From a flexibility point of view, so again, this works with all leading platforms. It's easy to set up all of these different features that I've briefly touched on using our software, which is the Jabra Direct, which is freely downloadable on our website. And you can also connect this via USB. However, as you can see, this one is a much larger device. It does have to be connected to the mains at all times. Okay, and essentially this is what, in a nutshell, the 3 devices, Jabra Panacast 20, the Jabra Panacast Classic, as well as the Jabra Panacast 50 have to offer. So over the next couple of slides, just to give you the next 2 slides, actually just to give you a bit of a visual a demonstration of what we say when we mean what we say by the 180-degree field of view. So if we see that we've compared this with the Logitech Meetup, which has 120-degree field of view, and if you see on the picture there on the right, the space that is shaded in the red or light pink, if you like, there's actually seats there, and now imagine anybody sitting on those seats will obviously not be showing because the camera is cutting at a 120-degree field of view angle. So then, of course, you are wasting room space there, and then also you are limiting the natural interaction between the people on the call, because then surely those people can be heard, but they cannot be seen on video. Rodney, were you saying something?
Yeah, I think that's very important, especially of the size of meeting rooms these days. Everybody is trying to cramp, a meeting room into the smallest space they got available, because everybody is expecting video now as they go back to the office. Having used it for the last couple of years. One thing is very interesting here, before you move off this slide, is the scaling. So the competitor products out there currently does not scale. So what it captures on a video is what it will present on the other side. It doesn't look at a person that's closer and a person that's farther, actually brings the scaling or bring it together to actually be the same size. If you look at the gentleman at the left-hand side of the white shirt, it seems like he's been working out, he's got huge biceps, like he's almost constantly in the gym. In the next slide, you'll actually see what this person really looks like if you've got the scaling on a proper camera actually doing it. So if you maybe just move on to the next, I think that's very important for people to experience and see.
Yeah, 100%. So
it will scale everybody. It will have everybody more or less the same size. Doesn't matter where in the room they sit, and that is a very, very nifty feature. And the only product I've seen this is on a Panacast.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you for that, Rodney. So, as you know, as you've seen, guys, on the actual picture there, it's clearly demonstrated, and you can see again the people look more natural now. The other guy, like Rodney said, is not so buffy anymore, and you can see that from a lighting perspective, you know, it's kind of also optimized that, and everybody looks, you know, pretty natural, as if, you know, that was a live, meeting. So this is just, you know, to show you visually what what some of those features can do for you in terms of the 180-degree field of view, as well as, you know, the lighting and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so I don't know why my slide is not moving anymore. I'm not sure what's happening. Okay.
Maybe just stop sharing and reshare again. Maybe that's a problem.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see.
We apologize for the technical problems. Fortunately, it shows it is a live presentation and a live webinar, so we have not recorded this previously.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Okay, I don't know why it's stuck. That's very strange.
Still doing the same.
It's doing the same thing, so I'm not sure. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we get on to the Panakas 50. And, sorry, I'm not sure. Now it was frozen and now it seems it's just moving. So just before that, I just wanted to share a video regarding the Panakas 50, just, you know, to show you a bit of what the device can do. So let's get to it. No, I don't know what is happening here. I don't know why it's messing up with my slides.
Here we go.
Yep, and that in a nutshell is our Panacast 50. So as Rodney said, he is planning to send one down to Kenya, and you should be able to experience this device live. And between now and then, of course, we are here. And if you want to set any, custom meetings, to have this done live for you and your customers, please do reach out. And over the next few slides, I'm just going to briefly talk about the Panacast 20 now as well.
Before we move on, I've got a question here from Kevin. Kevin asked if you can please share that video, the link to the video. If you don't mind sending it maybe to Ken, so Ken can share it with his resellers in Kenya, please. I think
Absolutely.
it's quite a unique video. It shows you all the capabilities of the Panacast 50, including the whiteboard.
Yeah, 100%. No problem. We'll do that. Okay, so I mean, this is just some of the key features I've already mentioned earlier. So just to highlight them, so intelligent zoom, which always helps to focus on the key user or the key speaker in the room. We have the picture-in-picture, and this just helps to again to create that more engaging kind of scenario. Intelligent light optimization. If you see on the picture there, the lady looks quite dark from the picture. But with the Panacast 20, it kind of alleviates that lighting situation. Safety and security, we've already mentioned that the device itself has a chipset on there, and you can see clearly on this picture here that the embedded lens cover is now actually activated, so it's covered. So if you have to flip the switch, then the lens would open up, and this just ensures that you're not caught off guard. And then of course with our Jabra Express that I've already said is our software that can be freely downloadable on the Jabra website. You can do your asset management there, and you can chop and change the settings of the camera as you wish. And then from a flexibility perspective, as I've said, the device is plug and play. You use a USB cable to connect it to your laptop. It does come with a standard 1.8 meter cable, certified with Zoom, but also certified for Teams, but also compatible and works with Zoom, Google Meet, Cisco WebEx, and so forth. It is ultra portable, as I've said earlier. It's a very tiny device around the size of your index finger. And then now I'm going to hand over to you, Rodney. I'm done.
Thank you, Inga.
Sure.
You can just go to my first slide if you don't mind. So my portion is on the distribution. I'm from Headset Solutions, as previously mentioned. So we are the official distributor for Jabra, and the region we got is Kenya. We've actually identified Kenya as a big market opportunity, especially on Jabra, which is the biggest or the headset supplier or company in the world. So it's definitely a market opportunity for all our resellers actually to gain a lot more traction, as well as increase the revenue in the regions. From our side, we're not new to the block. We have 30 years of distribution experience. Unfortunately, not that much in Kenya, but that's something we're actually looking to change now. From Jabra, we've proven our loyalty. We were given Jabra a couple of years ago. I think within the first 6 months, I've made my almost my first 2 years target that they were given to me. So I've showed what we're capable of doing, and we do it through support through my team and our knowledge as well. We got a highly experienced management team, of which I are part of. I'm very fortunate to be having colleagues that is very focused on getting the job done as well. And then I've got LEU. LEU is Large End User Salesforce. And this is my Salesforce is there for you to actually use and abuse, if I can put it like that, to send to your end users to try to create opportunities on your behalf and go and see customers on your behalf as well to position. I'm not expecting my resellers to know all everything is about headsets, but I'm expecting my guys to know everything there is about the specific headsets and to be able to position correct headsets for your customers' requirements. We currently have people on the ground in South Africa, Madagascar, Mauritius, and like I said, very excited on Kenya as well. We've got Ken there now. So we've got a brilliant technical support guys team available to anybody. If you need after sales assistance, any issues, if you want something to be checked remotely, we can help with that. So it's to your available to every single reseller out there. On stock holding, we must probably have the largest stock holding in the whole of continent of South Africa. I currently have in the warehouse, I'm maybe speaking under correction here, but between $1 to $2 million worth of stock at any given time in my warehouse. So yeah, we definitely have stock, and we are currently busy doing drop shipments into Kenya. It's a bit of a learning curve for us, but we are getting over those learning curve, and we will actually smooth it out as we go along. We're very excited to have a digital partner as well, where you can go and register. Once you've signed up with Headset Solutions, we'll give you access to the partner portal. You'll be able to see our price lists here in real time. Any pricing changes, anything like that will be in real time on the partner portal. You'll be able to see my stock levels in South Africa, where I can ship from immediately if need be. And you can actually, do sample requests through this portal, as well as do return of units on this portal. And that's only to mention a few. You can have a complete overview of your account, invoices that was done, quotes that was done, as well as sales orders, which is still pending and waiting for, with the reason why it most probably wasn't delivered. If it's a start delay in stock or whatever, it gets updated on this portal. One of the benefits we've got is we've got access to a lot of capital to actually grow and grow and grow. Hence the reason why we've identified Kenya, put a person, a resource down in Kenya, and this is going to be a big focus for us. And we want to invest in Kenya to put a lot more exposure on Jabra and to grow the Jabra footprint there. If you could just move on one slide. So how can we help? As I mentioned, my business development manager is available for you to use. Send him to your customers. Pick his brain. If you need to position something, if you want to do samples, speak to him. You can always get samples from me. We'll arrange samples to be shipped to him. You can go there, do live demonstrations, show the people what is the difference, why they should invest in a proper headset instead of the cheapies. There's definitely a lot of value to that. In-country partner training, that's something I mentioned as well. I don't specifically always like webinars. I like to see the devices, touch the devices, like my Speak 510. I like to use it. I need to experience what it is like. I can hear what everybody says, but I need to personally know if I'm going to use it or not. So that's something we're definitely going to be putting a lot of focus on. In-country sample units, as I mentioned, for customers to try to see what works for them and to try and buy if need be. We want to start with in-country campaigns, where we want to run these in-country campaigns not only by ourselves, but together with our resellers, together with you, to actually put a lot of exposure there for us, but for our resellers as well. And yeah, we've identified, like I said, Kenya, and we want to show what we can do with Jabra in Kenya, and we're definitely going to improve the Jabra service delivery in that country. All I want to say and what I want to end off with, please give me the opportunity to prove to you that we can do it, and I think you will pleasantly be surprised. Thank you. Inge, you can run through the warranties?
Yes, 100%. So just quickly running through the warranty process. So on all our devices, all our corded and cordless devices, we have a 2-year warranty, with the exception of the Jabra Biz 2400, which is one of our call center devices. And the wireless devices are then also 2 years within our region, right? And in terms of the warranty coverage, what happens is you simply, if you have a quality claim on any of the Jabra device, you return it back to your distributor. So then locally in Nairobi, you would just return this to Ken, and Ken would then follow the process, together with Jabra, and we facilitate a repair or a replacement unit for you. One thing I want to just point out on this, because it is something we currently experience, please ensure that you are keeping your original boxes, just so you can have the serial number, because your serial number is on the box. If you don't keep the box, just make sure you have a system where you are tracking your serial numbers, because if you don't have your serial number, Jabra will, they will simply not replace the unit. So please, very important to ensure that you are keeping your serial numbers in place. And when you do log your quality claim with Ken, just ensure that you are explaining thoroughly what the problem is. If it's, a dead on arrival unit, maybe the mic is failing or is a bit crackling, whatever the situation is, just make sure that you are very clear on what the issue is, and it just helps us to assist you more quicker and more accurately. Okay.
Thank you.
And that's pretty much that. We are done.
Yeah. Thank you, Inga, and thanks for everybody for attending this webinar. It will be the first of quite a bit. This was just an overview, introduction of Jabra being back in Kenya, and it's very exciting news from our side. From here, we'll start having a couple of webinars more specific on the products, so we can start just giving you a sales overview and some sales training of how to position products and just how to actually open the doors. And lastly from my side, we need each and every single reseller out here, and hence the reason why we're having this. And with you, we can definitely make success of this going forward. And thanks for you. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Ken, and thanks, Inga, as well.
Absolutely. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for coming on the call. Thank you. Appreciate it. You can follow up on anything with me personally.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thanks, Ken. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Cheers. Have a good day. Bye.
Bye.